The West is preparing for World War III, and the immigrants will play a big part in this. Now, I have a really interesting document in front of me, and for very specific reasons, I can't tell you where I got it from. And I also have to say, as a disclaimer, that this is completely fictional. I just have to say that. Okay, so let's read it. Global tensions are reaching a boiling point. Countries around the world are aligning for what many fear will be World War III. With the economy already strained, inflation skyrocketing, and a workforce depleted by past conflicts, the government faces a dire dilemma. They need soldiers, but a draft on the American population would lead to widespread unrest, protests, and political fallout. Enter Operation Silent Draft, a covert plan designed by a few high-ranking officials in the government. The premise is simple: open the floodgates to undocumented immigrants under the guise of asylum and economic opportunities. The government secretly lowers border enforcement and quietly provides pathways for mass influxes of people fleeing war-torn regions, political persecution, and poverty. But unbeknownst to the general public, this sudden humanitarian effort isn't driven by compassion. Once the immigrants enter the country, they are quietly funneled into temporary camps for processing. Here they are promised fast-tracked paths to citizenship, job opportunities, and basic needs, all in exchange for military service. The catch: if they refuse, they risk deportation back to their dangerous homelands. The situation leaves them with little choice but to enlist. Drafting undocumented immigrants instead of citizens becomes the perfect strategy for the government. Since many of these people don't have strong social ties, family networks, or visibility within American society, their disappearance into the war effort goes largely unnoticed. Protests against the draft, minimal. Public outcry, non-existent. To the average citizen, the idea of a distant war doesn't hit home as strongly if it's not their own sons and daughters on the front lines. For the government, it's a cleaner draft. After all, who's going to rally behind the plight of a nameless, faceless group of undocumented people who only just arrived? The media remains focused on other distractions, and any whispers of the operation are dismissed as conspiracy theories. Meanwhile, the immigrants, desperate, unfamiliar with the language and culture, and eager to escape their past, are shipped off to the battlefield, fighting a war they never asked for in a country that barely acknowledges their existence. The true horror of Operation Silent Draft lies not just in its deceit, but in how easily the system uses human lives as pawns, with the full knowledge that these people will never return home as heroes. The government justifies its actions with cold logic: better them than us. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Let me know your opinion on this. Thanks for watching.